TaylorMade have just released one of the most spoken about and one of the most wanted drivers of 2025, introducing the brand new TaylorMade R7 Quad mini driver. Now, this is nothing new to me. I've tested this already. The full review is on the channel, so go and check out if you'd like to see that. But today we're going to talk about what makes this so special, but also, could it be the wrong driver to buy this year? You see, last year TaylorMade released this, the TaylorMade Burner mini driver. Now, you can still pick these up for around circa 300 to 350 pounds, depending where you get them from and depending on condition. But what makes these drivers so desirable, and which one should you buy in 2025? You see, the R7 Quad does feature that brand new four-way adjustable weighting system. I say brand new, Bob. It's not brand new, is it? Because the R7 Quad was released around 20 years ago, which is astronomical to think, really, but that was a game changer back in the day. Now, I always think that TaylorMade do make some of the best mini drivers on the market, and especially with the Burner titanium they had, you can see that we have a lightweight at the back and a heavyweight at the front, so you can swap those around. You can make it a bit of a low spin beast if that's what you desire. We've done that with the R7 Quad as well. We've got the heavyweights at the front there and the lightweights at the back. And the thing with the R7 Quad is TaylorMade made it so there's much more adjustability here. There's a lot more kind of optimized weighting to make this potentially better suited to you, better suited to me, maybe even better suited to Bobby. Oh, which we're not too sure about. We've given Bobby a voice, by the way. Everyone wanted it, so you've got it. We let him talk now. So whatever he says, I'm not being held accountable for that whatsoever. But we'll go Burner first here, and we're just going to play some shots. We've done some numbers inside, and you might find this really, really interesting as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm a big fan of mini drivers. A lot of people think that, oh, this is the new mini driver channel. It's not. I just think they are so good and so playable for so many golfers. They're forgiving, they look good, they're a little bit cheaper than a normal driver. And to be honest, with some of the numbers we've found from these, you can get some really, really good distance. What are you thinking, Bob?
I just love this club.
You do love it, don't you? Have you ordered one?
No, I couldn't get one.
You couldn't get one?
No.
I might know a guy who knows a guy. Maybe, I don't know.
Do you?
Well, write it in the comments, Bob, because you love that, don't you? Come on, Bob, give Bob a driver. Right, Burner. Both exactly the same specs, 11.5 degree. That's a lovely shot just up that left-hand side, nice and low penetrating ball flight. It's kicked straight as well, so that one's going to be okay. One of the big things about these that I really enjoy is that versatility. I like that you can play it down, I like you can play it up in the air, and I do feel like I hit a lot more fairways with a mini driver such as this. Some of the big tech advancements that potentially we've seen in the R7 is we have that infinity crown on top, so you can see that the Burner does have that multi-material composite design, whereas the R7 just runs straight into that carbon infinity crown. That's what's allowed them to produce a little bit more kind of mass saving and allowed them to redistribute that mass evenly where you want it. Can you believe I've memorised that?
That's impressive.
I had to hold my voice, hold my breath then to say it. Right, let's go a bit further right, a bit closer to the centre of the fairway. Does look good, this. Looks really good. That's better.
Oh my.
That's better. That's a perfect drive up this hole. And that's going to bound up there forever. That's going to actually take some beating. So one of the things I love about the TaylorMade mini drivers as well, and this is where some other companies do struggle, is we have that through slot speed pocket. So if ever you're hitting them off the deck and you get a bit of a low face strike, you still get good spin rate, you still get good ball speed, even if it's not the perfect strike. So that's definitely worth accounting for if, for any reason, you're going to hit this more like a 3-wood and less like a driver. Now, can we knock some shots past them? When it comes to teeing it up, I like to tee up quite high with a mini driver. I know a lot of people potentially don't. A lot of people do like to tee it really, really low, but for me, still hit it like a driver and still try to hover it and just get that low point, nice pre-impact from the inside. That's what we're working on. Seeing the etching on there as well, so you can like disassociate the crown from the face. It's little things. Little things which, yeah, I like it. You can see that from on top as well.
They're so cool, aren't they?
They are cool. They're very cool. And they actually give you a reason to buy that isn't just performance. That sounded really good, didn't it? I personally think that sounds a little bit better. I think they have improved the acoustics a little bit. That isn't something that's massively important to a lot of golfers. To me, it is. I think if you're going to spend 400, 500 pounds on a golf club, you want it to look good, you want it to feel good, sound good. That's two very similar things. And people in the comments will be going, it doesn't matter. If it performs better, then you're going to have that one. And I agree with you if you're a very serious golfer, but also if you're just a recreational golfer like myself. I mean, I'm a PJ Pro, Rob, I'm probably putting myself down a bit there, but I think if you're spending the money, you want it to give you all the feedback you want.
Is it the only new golf club that holds its value?
This is why we've mic'd you up. All the nonsense that you talk to us, and this is why we've mic'd you up, that's perfect. I bet it probably is. I've just ordered these, the Rory McIlroy irons. I've ordered them, bought them, paid for them. I've got them in Rory McIlroy's actual specs. Long time since I've spent any money on golf clubs, but TaylorMade couldn't get us any to test. So I thought, you know what? I'm taking one for the team and I'm ordering them. Will they hold the value? The Rawls Proto irons.
How much were they?
Laura watches this channel, Bob. Let's not go into that. But do I use them? Do I take them out to like Hoylake where I won the Open and try and... Yes. Everything's just going to go quick left because they're like an inch longer and 2 degrees upright or something daft. Project X7 shaft. That sounds disgusting, doesn't it? I'm already regretting that. I should have got
my hands hurt just thinking about that.
Yeah. My wallet hurts, but right. Same again.
Wow.
So that's 4 pretty good drives up this hole. The first one was a touch left, but I think they're going to be very, very interesting results for distance. Let's go up there and see where they are. Guys, comment below which one would you be buying in 2025, the TaylorMade R7 Quad or last year's TaylorMade Burner Titanium. So you see, this is why I'm a big fan of these drivers. We've got one of each there just in the left-hand rough. Still pretty good shots, to be honest. Probably took a bit of a bad bounce. The first shot we hit with the burner was a bit more of a pull. Then we've got one of each there in the fairway, which we're obviously not splitting those at all, are we? So as this first portion of the test goes, I'd say that's pretty much a dead heat. Let's hit a couple more drives. Let's test them off the fairway as well, because this is where a lot of people are potentially thinking, shall I just have one instead of a 3-wood? And we'll try and determine which one you should maybe spend your money on. Should you save yourself 50 quid and get the older burner, or should you just go straight in for the R7 Quad? The thing I said earlier about having more of a reason to buy than just performance is nostalgia. It's that trip down memory lane. It's what the guys at like Callaway, at PXG, at 11, they can't really, well, they could do it. I suppose Callaway could bring back like a Big Bertha style thing like that, or a Warbird or something like that. PXG probably not so much because they are a bit more of a new brand. But certainly I think those, I don't know why they haven't thought on to just kind of copy what TaylorMade are doing and bring back the legends, because it does give, I know collectors of these mini drivers who have every single one.
Imagine a 909 Titleist mini driver.
Oh, Rob, you think 909's a classic, do you? Try 983K, mate.
Okay.
And I know people will be in the comments going, try 975 JVS. Yep, way ahead of you. Oh, Titleist Pro Titanium. Do you remember that? That silver, tiny silver head? Because the Titleist GT280s, it's lovely, isn't it? But Pro Titanium.
Boomer.
Imagine that, a Pro Titanium.
I nearly said 913 at first.
You know, when I first heard,
shouted at.
Yeah, that would have been like proper boomer, wouldn't it? You know, when I first heard they were re-releasing the R7, I was like, yes, that is a stroke of genius. My only worry for me is they can't go like R9 and R11, can they? Would that be far too soon? You know, like for next year's one? Because it would be an R9, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
The R9 was the next movement on. We'll go R7 first this time.
Can't wait for the QI10 mini driver next year.
That's QI10 mini drive. You got another ball? Right, so ideally here we just want a draw, don't we? At the big tree and a bit of draw. It's actually a tougher tee shot from this slightly forward tee. Oh, it's just clipped it. I'd say that's all right.
I didn't hear anything.
No, I think it's okay. It clipped an early branch. Just tried to take a bit too much off. I do like them for this though, you know, like creating shots.
Yeah.
I feel like I can draw one of these a lot more than I can a normal driver. That's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful flight.
I feel like I'm trying hard with that, you know, to get it to stay there. 'Cause my natural shot at the moment is a big fade, isn't it? But certainly doing all right. Let's go burner. I'll go from the same spot and just see if we can get one going. Nice low flight again. I'd say that's probably just not as good a swing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I love both of these. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Even the previous model burner was fantastic. The original one was great. They continue to smash it in this realm, don't they?
This realm.
Right, this is going to be a big 20-yard draw, Bob. Got that heavy weight forward. Like that.
Oh my.
That's the one I've been trying to hit for ages, and that's perfect.
That's massive.
I'm not going to say that that's because this is a better driver, because I think they're both, to me, I think they're both very, very similar. I think there's certainly more fitting capabilities on the R7. Let's jump inside, let's see what differences we see with numbers. Then we're going to finish up on the fairway and see which one potentially could have a little bit of a kind of advantage out here off the deck. Okay, so what are the big differences for numbers with this year's R7 Quad and last year's TaylorMade burner? Because both these drivers, I think, are fantastic, and this one's going to represent really, really good value now. You can see we do have that new quad-way adjustable system. I say new, kind of 20-year-old quad-way adjustable system, but TaylorMade have done a fantastic job in the past of making these a little bit more kind of adjustable with that front to back low spin setting. So both of them have the through slot speed pocket. That was the wedding ring straight through there. It's okay though, it's fine. Made a loud noise, didn't it? I thought I broke it as well. Right. How much benefit do you want to see from this? Do you want to see like 10 yards, or do you just expect to see similar? I think similar. Straight off the bat, that's a good one. I lost my balance there actually, but that one's not done too bad at all. 240 carry. Anything around the 250 carry with these clubs, I think, is performing pretty good. Doing really, really well. Sub 2000 spin, so good spin. Now that was a towy one, and it still launched okay. Ball speed's down a bit, which you would expect from that strike. And again, that spin's really low. We do have the heavy weight forward here. So that does, of course, give it that little bit of a kind of lower spin. Still sifting through trial balls on the new simulator. Because we had one, didn't we, with other mini drivers today at like 270 odd. That is as good as I've got. That felt fantastic. 256 carry, again 277 total, sub 2000 spin, bang down the middle. That's everything I want from this driver. A couple more, we're going to go into the R7. Could this be better than the R7? I don't know, Bob. It doesn't look as good, you're right. That's a little bit towy again. But I'm really impressed with the consistency of these numbers. Like, for a towy one to travel 245 in the air and up at 270 total, really happy with. And like, you can probably get a bit of a deal on these as well. Sounded fantastic. The first one where the spins really jumped up, still going the distance though, still travelling nicely. That's bang on 250 carry. And again, 265 total. So realistically, what we're looking for to get the ultimate distance out of these is that kind of lower flight and lower spin. We now go R7. It does look good, doesn't it? That looks really good. It's not a great strike off the bat. That's going to have to run. It's done okay, that, actually, for the strike. Proper bottomy. That's where that speed pocket helps massively. That's where other brands probably struggle with that low face strike. TaylorMade have that speed pocket in there to maintain ball speed and spin rate on those low hits. That sounds so good, doesn't it? So that sounds better.
Yeah, I think so.
240. It's still not quite up there, is it? Not quite. Taking some, because these are going to be very, very similar shafts as well, just have different paint jobs on them for the nostalgic reasons and things like that. So Fujikura 6 by Speeder, and this is it's a Pro Force 65, so it's actually a different, totally different shaft, which is interesting. It's another good hit. Slightly left though, turning, still turning. It's pitched at that 250 number, that's in the rough on the left, 2,500 spins, so nice middle ground on spin. We do have the heavyweights both forward here, so I think it's kind of lowest spin setting, but it's still spinning pretty well. Nice high one. 3 and a bit spin, but doing well. Does pretty well out of the air. I'm going to say this. I think numbers-wise, the burner's really good. The burner's like really, really strong. I prefer the sound of this. I prefer the look of it. But I do feel like that burner just could be a bit of a dark horse. As consistency goes, pretty impressive. One more big one. That felt really good. Really good, nice and high, good spin. What more do you want? Good that. Right, so the first one we hit with the R7's here. It did clip the tree, but it got round the corner. And obviously the branches have taken a bit off it because that burner's miles down there, bang smack in the middle on the par 5, leaving us about 160 yards into the par 5. The other two are just down in the rough. They're very similar shots, although it's funny because I feel like the two most consistent shots, apart from clipping the tree, were the R7, and we hit an absolute beast with the burner and a bit of a kind of weak fade with the burner as well. So probably odds even there on that one. As you saw, the numbers very consistent, very similar. I probably did get my longer drives out there with the burner. I just kept trying to hit it as hard as I could, to be honest. And the beauty about that is they do stay a little bit straighter for me with having that short shaft length. Now, off the deck. Where should we go off the deck?
Into
15?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we've tested these drivers off the tee, we've tested these drivers on the simulator, and now the only place I think we can properly find a winner is here off the fairway. We've come right back, haven't we? Because we want about 250 carry, really. As you saw inside, decent numbers, like we can get them up to kind of 270 odd. But I think off the deck, it's how easy they're to launch. We've got both of these in 11.5 degrees. You can get them in more, you can get them in 13. So if you are thinking about utilising these more off the fairway, I'd probably go for the 13 degree. They do both have exactly the same adjustment sleeve, so I could put this up if I wanted to, but do I put them up? No, I don't think we need to, do we?
Oh, you need to.
We can probably try and launch these okay. At that right bunker and just let it come in.
Yeah. That's a shame, that.
Is a shame. The ball's slightly above my feet. That's actually still doing all right, you know.
It's still going.
It's got through those bunkers. The ball's above your feet, and that makes it really difficult to hit off the deck. And that is an excuse, but I feel like...
It's a good excuse.
Yeah. Come on then, burner. We don't need much for this to be a victory.
Oh, wow.
There we go. That's really as good as that could have gone, isn't it? And that's left side of the green. Probably just run over the back edge. I'm going to have just one more cheeky go with the R7 just to see if, because that was obviously...
Do you think if that top line was on the R7, you'd like it more?
I do like the infinity crown on it, but I feel like that top line makes it look sleeker. Yeah. So it gives you maybe a bit more confidence off the deck. That's purely a visual aspect from myself. And it's like a bit of a personal opinion, but yeah, this does look a little bit bigger down at the ball. Let's try and go same swing. See, it's good, but it's still a bit lower, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd say that's actually a better shot because it's more online.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really close, actually, I think. Let's get up there and see where they've finished, because I think really that's probably a fair assessment. Everyone can hit a low face one with a mini driver off the deck, but even that speed pocket you saw, it's still gone over 200 yards, so you've not really got too much egg on your face, as long as you're not trying a heroic shot over water or something stupid like that. You know what, Bob? I mean, that's not done bad, but look at those two. Like, it is probably a bit of a, you're either attacking a par 5 or you have an air of desperation. And really, like, say if you've hit a really, really bad tee shot there and you've got that long in, we've got 2 attempts at birdie, haven't we? And you tied it up, so they've done the job. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that video. If you have, smash that subscribe button below. Personally, I think the burner's a fantastic driver still if you want to save yourself 50 quid. But if you're from my generation and the R7 is that kind of one, that's obviously the one you're going to go for. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Say bye, Bobby. You mic'd up.
Bye.
Let me talk.